All right, we are back from a long break. This is IJS, India and Jayla Scott's podcast, and we are here. So my co-host is Jayla.
Hey y'all.
And our uh special guest tonight is Jasmine.
Hey y'all.
I see you with your hoodie on.
Psychologist.
Mm-hmm. Black Power. Y'all know.
Oh man. I don't know if I don't know. You know, I might get in trouble for this one, but it is what it is. But anyway, so we wanted to come on here tonight and talk about the 2021s and what they're doing with their lives and how they can affect change for the younger generation in their path for their future. So, how has life been for y'all? 2021 just graduating last year.
Good.
Go ahead, Jayla.
I feel like that the post year after high school, I would say it hasn't been easy, but it's been definitely a learning lesson. I've learned a lot of lessons my first year in college. And we'll get into that. But I've learned a lot of lessons dealing with different people, just finding myself, figuring out how to do things on my own and maturing a little bit more. So yeah.
Okay. Just
I would say the same for real. It's definitely different, but I feel like it's a good change. It's something that we all needed to get away from where we were, what we were so used to.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all think about that? Because y'all both I guess had a goal in mind of getting away from Delaware. You know, what played the part in that of y'all making y'all's decision?
Go ahead, Jazz.
Okay, so I know fake people is everywhere, but I feel like being in that fake small space for 18 years, it was just like, yeah, I gotta go. Like the same people, the same scenarios, the same drama, the same everything. Like it was just time. It's time. It was just time to go.
You feel like you outgrew the area itself, or it just wasn't for you, period?
I feel like I outgrew it because I definitely had fun when I was there for sure. Like I met some great people that's still in my life today, but like I feel like the bad outweighed the good. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I just knew it was time to bounce.
Well, I say for me, it was just definitely, and I always say this, just that last year of our season, that last senior season, that was like a point where I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be here. I don't want to deal with these people. Like it's just unnecessary stuff that
Right.
I went through, and I was just like, yeah, this is not for me. This space is not for me. Like just dealing with the politics and dealing with different people, and it was just like, yeah, if I don't have to deal with it, why am I going to deal with it? And then like coming back home during like my breaks, like summertime, like it was just like, why am I
Ready
here?
to go. Exactly. Ready
As
to
soon
go.
as I got home the next day, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Exactly. The crazy part about it though is like sometimes when you be away, you're like, dang, I can't wait to get home and see family and da-da-da. But then you get there and you're like, y'all just reminded me why I needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just reminded me.
Oh my gosh. I think it's challenging for people to leave here, you know, because that's all we know in a sense. Like Delaware, like you don't go away from Delaware, or even if you do, you come right back. So it's hard for a lot of people. I think it is because I never moved away. I want to, but I just haven't taken the leap yet. So I'm definitely proud of the both of y'all for doing that. Just even taking a leap and staying away, that y'all didn't run back and say, hey, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna go to Dell State, I'm gonna work at Walmart, and that's gonna be my life. Nothing wrong with that, but you know,
Okay, Walmart.
Yeah.
No, that's
So, what do y'all think about I didn't want to touch on it, but a part of me did. Like Jay touched on it. Basketball. How did that play into you making your decision? Like specifically, like, well, hold on. Let me go back to this because we have to touch on this. Why did you choose Polytech out of all the other schools?
Go ahead.
CR is braces. Dover is too far. Lake Forest was too far. What other schools are around us? That's really it. It's either CR or Poly based on where I live. So it was like, do I want to be with racist people who continually show me that they don't like me? Or should I go somewhere where it's at least relatively different?
Now, you were in the CR school district for most of your years, right?
Right.
So you started at the elementary level, right? So,
Right.
like, do you think that you dealt with issues like that were unresolved there?
For sure. I feel like, okay, so I came like back and forth second and first grade from like downstate and then back up to CR. But when I had like stayed, we had officially moved to the CR district. Elementary school was fine. Middle school was, I feel like, when I started realizing that it wasn't the same as elementary school.
Really?
And it was just like, like, for example, in middle school, we had a assistant principal. She wasn't no principal, but the assistant principal had a daughter. We were playing kickball. She got ran over because she was on first base, standing like she was going to catch the ball. She didn't. I'm faster than you, so I'm going to get there first. She got ran over, and her mom tried to make like this whole big deal about the situation. And it was just like, girl, we're playing kickball. Like, be for real. Like, we're literally playing kickball.
And
it was like it was like a whole big thing. It was bad. It was bad.
About this,
girl.
please. Yes.
Oh, girl, yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. And it just built on and on and on. And then the whole thing, like, basketball wise.
It's starting to make sense more now.
Okay.
But go ahead with your story. So basketball.
Yeah, so that situation happened. That was really like the starter for all the stuff that was about to go down. Like, stuff started being weird with the CR coaches and what happened when we had decided that we weren't going to go there. Mm-hmm. Like, now all of a sudden we're hated and nobody likes us, and he didn't want us anyway. But you did. You were begging for us to play for you. But we didn't, and you were mad. So it was like that whole thing. It was like, yeah, no, CR just totally turned me off from them. I wasn't even interested, even a little bit.
Really? We're gonna get to that. I don't know if we can get to that tonight because this is a lot with that story. And I think a lot was played out that shouldn't have been played out. And a lot of people should have been let go at that particular time because at the end of the day, y'all were winning consecutively championships. Y'all, I mean, I'm not saying that because my daughter is on the team. I'm saying that because it wasn't no other talent that could match it until the 8th grade. And the only reason why y'all probably lost that game, I will say, is because your coach didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
But
why didn't she show up?
Show up to the championship.
Jasmine, don't you stop.
Hey, right. I'm gonna say this. It's some other reasons too
why we lost. Exactly. You ain't lying.
But she definitely was the main one. You're supposed to be the leader of the team, and you folded on us for sure. So that definitely was number one, along with nobody caring.
I'm not gonna do it tonight. I had a long day already. I'm gonna save that for another day. But Jay, what was you didn't play out the exact same way. See, Jazz already had it already in her mind. I'm going here. But you applied to Polytech, but you were on the
right away.
So
yeah. So the only reason I went to Poly is because Natanya and Jasmine were already at Poly, and they called me. I'll never forget this. They called me on the phone the day that I got accepted. Accepted, mind you, I was already like going to Smyrna, already was signed up, whatever, and school was starting the next week. Then all of a sudden, I get accepted in the Poly, and here they go blowing on my phone. Jayla, you need to come. We need to be together. All of this. So I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
Like, they're already there. I don't even know nobody at Smyrna. Smyrna basketball. I think they're our freshman year. They was all right our freshman year. I think they beat us our freshman year when we was at probably our freshman year, but it wasn't like somewhere that I saw myself going. Like I wasn't with Smyrna. But like I said, my friends was at Poly. Like I knew the basketball team was finna be stacked. Like, and it was something that we were going into to where it was like, okay, we can run this team. Like we got the right people. We had Yaya, Courtney. It was people on there that we could grow with and we could do what we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the reason why I went to Poly.
I was totally against it. It was a rival back in the day. You would never catch me with no black and red on at all. Because it just ran deep. It still runs deep in my blood, but my kids go there. Yeah, so I'm Lakeland all the way. So I was against it, but my mom was very headstrong. My grandmother was very headstrong, and basically they made the decision on behalf of me. I didn't even have really no say so. So I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with them. If that's where she wants to go, then that's our best place. And it really was. I think it worked well for y'all in itself because I can say that y'all are not all over the place. They prepare. I think that they have prepared y'all the right way. They set y'all up to a certain point at Polytech. I'm not co-signing every school. I'm just saying, just for y'all 2021s, I feel like that y'all's class did very well with being prepared for life in itself. I didn't hear
Polytech.
Teacher, huh?
Let's specify at Polytech. Not all the 2021s.
Okay.
2021s at
it's always like that though, at Jay, everywhere. But yeah, I think that I didn't have any major issues at Polytech, meaning I didn't have to go in there every week to talk to anyone. If I said something to the principal, he was really on it. Like, I don't know. Everybody doesn't have the same story, but I can say that he took the time to actually pick up the phone, and that is very important for us parents when we're voicing our concerns, and it was minor concerns. So I think it worked well for y'all. Y'all had y'all moments outside of school and in school and basketball. So I just thank the Lord that y'all are, like I said, y'all made it. Y'all not no criminals. Y'all name ain't been in the paper, so face ain't been in the paper. So I'm proud of y'all at the end of the day. I will always say that is the floor general right there for the top 2021. And this is the best in the state. What is the best in the state?
The best big.
The best in the state.
Like we call it big. The best small.
I don't care what nobody says at the end of the day. And I'm always gonna say that. And we
was just talking about this the other day too. That's crazy. Because she was like, she just texted me out of nowhere and she was like, nobody could beat us with our pick and roll. Our pick and roll was top tier.
Legendary.
And let her listen. Every time, especially that senior year, I don't know what we was on. It was like, you already know what's coming.
As soon as we come down, like the first thing we running. We don't even need a play.
and don't.
Don't even bother calling nothing out.
No. But y'all had that chemistry though. And a lot of people don't have
that's been us since 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. Like we was already doing that. Yeah. We was already doing that. And it was like it just common sense.
Yeah. Like muscle memory.
Yes, and as many times as we did it, ain't nobody catch on. It was like y'all was just like out there just looking crazy.
Years. We did it for years.
Exactly.
But y'all, my mom was on y'all too.
Mhm.
Like, y'all got to get yourselves together. Y'all started out young.
Every time.
My mom was our biggest critic. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mhm.
I be thinking I'm doing good. She pulled me to the side. She like, Jazz, what are you doing? Are you gonna play today? I'm like, I thought I was playing. They're like, no, you out there playing with them girls. You need to play because you're not playing right now. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know.
But
I swear.
she had your best interest, though. I can't say
For
that.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
She was not gonna mislead y'all. She was always gonna go toe to toe with y'all. Y'all remember when y'all played CR? I think it was your last year. I'm pretty sure of it.
Was it our last year or was it the year before when we was down that one game and
Y'all
we came back?
We went to A&T the next morning, Jay.
That was that one. That was the one that we was down. That was our junior year because Yaya was with us. That was our junior year. We was down bad in the first half. Do you remember that? Because that's the game that you got into it with Tamika. I know you remember.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then that girl tried to shoot that 3, and I was like, brick. Everybody started laughing. I was like, what? It was a brick. What did you want me to say? Yeah, I was lit that game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game was teed up for sure.
It really was.
She had me so mad. So mad.
Yeah. But it was cool. I think that y'all did well with your split. And like I said, I think it worked out. I would have loved to see all 4 of y'all stay together.
Absolutely.
But like I said, hands down, nobody was matching with y'all up until the 8th grade. And when we went down the Woodbridge and they cut them lights off, I said, oh shoot, we might have a problem. We might have a real problem.
I feel like after doing all of that, I was in my head like, dang, I expect y'all to beat us by 50. Mm-hmm. Something. Y'all better just wipe us out the gym.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that. So it was like, oh, y'all turned. Y'all turned up.
And when we sat down, we was like, okay, this business. Like, we ain't playing no games today.
Mm-hmm.
But lo and behold,
that game was crazy.
That was the first game that I've ever experienced that was like, daggone seats filled, like people all in and out, and it was crazy. I was like, the energy was in there. You got people yelling from all over the place, like,
right.
Make sure y'all yelling, and I'm just like,
cameras all in your face, everything. Yes. I was like, oh, we really got to we got to turn up. That's the only way. We got to turn up.
And y'all,
bro, I'm trying to tell you, if everybody, we turned up. Mm-hmm. If everybody on the team would have turned up like we was turned up,
we would have been.
That game would have been over before it even started.
But it wasn't. It wasn't that.
If y'all would be coaches in the future, I think that y'all should tell y'all players. This is what I would tell my players: you got to be consistently showing up. Championship games, it's time to rock and roll. It ain't no time to shut down or whatever. Like that goes across the board, coaching and players. Like, you gotta get your head together. And I think that a lot of people wanted to see y'all fail because y'all weren't going to CR. And they set it up in that manner for y'all to fail. And it is what it is, but like I said,
feel that energy today. Like, I feel like,
absolutely,
like when you see them, it's like, oh, there goes them. But one thing about me, hey, how are you? Just like my mom, I don't care. She
good for it.
Don't speak. She good. She'll walk past them. She don't care.
She good for it. Because I'm gonna mug you the whole walk. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing funny. I ain't laughed yet. Nope. Ain't none of that. None of that.
I just be like, yeah, like I don't understand what our energy. Well, I know, but I just feel like it's 6 years now. Like, why y'all still looking at me like y'all are upset that we didn't go to CR? And one thing about it, we wasn't gonna play on nobody's JV. and we was gonna prove to y'all that we didn't need to be on nobody's JV. We didn't need petitions and whatnot to get us on varsity. We was on varsity.
But y'all were ready. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
A
We
lot
was
of
ready our 7th grade year, I feel like.
you said
That was the year. We were ready our 7th grade year. I feel like we was playing with high schoolers at that point. So it was like we already know what to do.
y'all were prepared in a proper way, and it wasn't from the CR coaches.
Absolutely.
That was from, I want to say, was it 4th or 5th grade, y'all, that y'all started playing at Holy Cross?
4th. Well, I started in 4th grade with them. When we started all playing together, I started in 4th grade. I think I was already playing.
Yeah, y'all weren't playing together though.
No,
Because
I remember.
It was tense at first.
Yeah. Holy Cross. Holy Cross, I think, was 4th grade when I started playing in Holy Cross, because I had played in Laurel before.
Okay, then
Holy Cross.
Then we played together because I started my 4th grade year. That was Cheetahs. That's when we started playing. Cheetahs. We was on the same team. Me, you, Jada, and Natanya was on a different. We was pink. They was gray. Natanya was gray. That's all I remember.
Yeah, because she wore that I Love Haters socks. And I was like, that was my first taste in Natanya. I was just like, what is going on here? I ain't never seen a little kid that say I love my haters. And I'm just like, man, like she got the socks on, letting you know I'm here.
She ready for war.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't. That's why, and we talked about this too. Cause when I came and I was playing, like it was already like established that Johnson was friends with the clique. And I was the outsider. Like Jasmine talked to me, or she was looking at me crazy. She didn't even speak to me. It just looked at me so crazy. And I was just like,
for sure. I don't like new friends. And the only reason why I had knew when I first started playing Holy Cross, I had knew Jada because we went to daycare together at Miss Leila's house. So we had already known each other. And then we went to go play basketball. So I was like, oh yeah, this my friend, you know? And then you came along and I was like, this girl, I ain't with no types of nothing. I don't like new friends. Because we
here.
Yeah, what? I feel like we didn't even really start getting cool until like 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they brought me together with that.
Who?
The teams.
The Cheetahs.
I think that Natanya brought us together.
Yeah.
Kind of. But the only thing was we got close that 6th grade year is because she came in and sat next to me in Miss Bowles' class and just started talking to me. And I'm like, girl, you ain't never liked me before. Why are you talking to me now? So I was like,
y'all want to know why? Because we was the only ones in there. Mm-hmm. That's why. I ain't have no choice.
And she came right next to me and sat down. I'm like, hey, like.
But y'all know, even with that, the placement of classes and the Excel classes, if that's what you want to call it, I think people need to look at that too. Like y'all's class had a lot of, and Caesar Ronnie had a lot of smart kids, and maybe sometimes they didn't feel comfortable being in those classes because they were the only ones in those classes. So that was a guide to place y'all together and, just create a friendship. I would definitely say, I think y'all's friendship is really pure. Like it's real. And it was based on building that over the years. So I think that is something that could never be replaced at the end of the day. It's something that a lot of people want and they can't get it, especially with y'all's generation and mine too. Like, so, when you get those friends, you got to stick with them ride or die, because they can't be replaced. Nope. So what would
ain't got no choice.
What would y'all tell the younger generation that's coming in, of trying to maneuver through the school system, whether they go to which school? What would you tell them as young Black women?
Are you saying just school period or basketball too?
Both. We got 7 minutes left. 6 minutes and 53.
Okay, I can talk. We gonna see, because I gotta plug in my computer anyway, so I'm gonna let it. We gonna run a timeout real quick, and then we're gonna come back on.
Okay.
But what I will say, to the younger girls right now, school wise, don't underestimate yourself, or don't try to. I feel like what's the word? don't like have confidence within yourself. That's what I want to say. Like, don't just dumb down yourself because of the crowd that you're around. Like, you can be smart and still deal with your people. Like, I feel like it was a lot of, like, for me, like, because and Jasmine will agree to this, I've made friends with a lot of people, with like white people, black people, and they was like, girl, why you hanging with these people? And I'm just like, I like these people.
Friends.
Like, and but like, I can hang with really anybody, but don't like just be with people because like they just around. Like, find people that are good for you. And I say basketball wise, like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to be consistent, be consistent. Like, go to the gym every day, like, keep up with it. But, and I was really going to say this, and I wanted to say it. Let's see if I can say it in 5 minutes. I feel like with us, especially looking at girls that graduated with us or graduated before us, it's like I see a lot of people going out, playing ball in college for a good year. And then it's like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to go home. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't like it no more. I don't have love for basketball anymore. And I'm like, or they get pregnant. So it's just like, what was the purpose in you doing all of this for this long for no reason? So I say, just figure out what you really want to do before you waste your parents' money, or before you go out and get into the real world. And it's like, oh, dang, this is not what I want to do. Because like I said, I went that senior year, I was just like, yeah, I don't, and especially after I got hurt. And I was just telling my friend Zora this. I was like, after I got hurt, it was like, yeah, this is not really like something that I want to deal with in the long run, because I'm not going to keep on overdoing it and mess up my knee even more, to where my knee will be probably cut off by the time I'm 30. I don't have time for that. I want to be out in the real world doing what I got to do. I want to make me some money. I want to have a life. And like, literally, life is so much more than basketball. Like, it's so much more to life than basketball. And that's something that I realized, because I'm like, and everybody, that's the only reason people knew me. Oh, the girl at Poly with the box braids that play ball, like the short girl, like, that's the only reason people knew me. But it's so much more to me than basketball. Like, that's not all that I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Jazz, what about you?
I feel like school-wise, you should go somewhere that you think is going to help you in the long run, whether that's educational or, whatever. Like, I feel like Poly was definitely helped with the academic side, and being able to have our technical degrees by the time we graduate. Like, I feel like that definitely helped with anything, even if you're not even using the degree. Like, it was just useful to have, useful to learn, just knowledge. Basketball wise, y'all already know what it is. I just feel like if it's not in your heart and you're not having fun going out there and doing it every day, don't do it. Like, if you're waking up that day like, dang, I got a basketball game today and I don't even feel like going. I don't want to go. I hate this. I hate that. I hate that. Don't even play. Don't even walk out there, because nobody needs your negative energy around them. If you're not going to have fun, especially at the high school level, if you're not going to have fun while you're doing it, it's a wrap. Absolutely. And if it don't happen in high school, let it go. Let it go. Because I'm so tired of seeing people going back to school, back and forth, different school, different net, to play basketball. If it didn't happen in the first 4 years that you were supposed to have been graduated with us, this is coming on 2 years. You need to let it go. Try soccer, try baseball, try lacrosse, because basketball is not going to get you where you want to go. You 2 years late out of high school for a sport that don't want you. I don't understand. let it go.
They don't want you like a bad boyfriend.
Don't want
Yeah.
they just gotta give
like,
it up.
They dragging it on. They do. And it's just like, why? Like, y'all not, if it, like Jazz said, if it didn't happen, why is you trying to force it? I feel like don't force nothing.
Yeah.
If it's gonna come to you, it's gonna come to you, but don't force it.
Right.
But I think that people attach to sports because they feel like they don't have anything else. Like they feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough. I'll never do right in school. I'll never make the best grades in school. But I can go over here and possibly be a great player or a good player. So it's just like, let me hold on to this and be hopeful that it works out for me. But I think that a lot of people need to be real with themselves and understand that they're not that great of players. And here,
the parents too. The parents need to be real with their children and let them know.
Yeah, that is true.
It's just like I would hope. Okay, go ahead.
We're
gonna stop it and we're gonna come back.
Okay.
All right.
Do you leave it